Yo.
You are now listening to the smoking section.
Oh yeah.
Where you'll find hot topics.
And fire conversations.
Keep it locked.
You hear me?
Yo. What is up, everybody? What is going on out in this wonderful world? What is up? How you doing? How you hanging? Yeah, this is the smoking section with your host, Big Corpse. Yeah, Corpse Collection, all that. Yeah. So, again, like always, I want to thank all of you crazy, wild maniacs for tuning into this show. I never expected this to get to where it's at today. I'm not the JRE. I'm not Wisdom of the Sages. I'm not, the Bill Burr show. I'm not a gymongous podcast, right? And honestly, I'm not in the podcasting realm to become that. I have no urgency or desire to beat somebody out, I just want to have fun and do the best I can at this. Yeah, I feel now this is all going into what we came here for today. But I feel as if when I'm doing these podcasts that I'm doing something I'm supposed to do, right? That good feeling you get when you help somebody out, right? Just for no reason at all. You just get that, whether it's holding the door open or helping somebody, carry their groceries, or helping, something small. Even a guy or gal who might have broke down on the side of the road, and you help push them to the gas station. One of those moments. I feel like that every single time I click record and when I do this podcast. It's fucking bonkers. I need it. You know what I'm saying? After a while, I've needed it. I've needed the knowing that I'm doing. It's not even the doing something for somebody else or the satisfaction thereof, but it's just knowing that I'm doing something with my day. Right? It's an easy, it's those old lessons that they teach you of making your bed, right? As soon as you wake up to go ahead and make your bed, so that no matter what your day brings to you, you have a made bed to come home to, right? And I believe that very strongly, right? Even though I may not do that, the moment I do get home, I try to make my bed. Even if I don't make it in the morning, as soon as I get home, I'll make it so that I could go out and handle whatever errands or cook dinner and whatever. And when I get ready to lay down, my bed's made and it's ready for me. The intent that goes behind these podcasts are pure, right? It's pure. It's me, it's just me talking. Even right now, honestly, I'm just speaking into a void, but it's like leaving a message in a bottle. Yeah, this is the 21st century to 30th century, forms of messages in bottles. Now, this message in a bottle can scatter across the whole world. It's not, it's buried, but it's buried in cyberspace, which is wild, right? So my message in the bottle every day, putting these messages in these bottles every day, it makes me feel better, right? It lets me know that I've made my contribution, right? I think everybody in some way, shape or form, find their contribution to the world. And I think it's very important to know what that is, right? In some corners of the world, they would call that your God-given talents, right? The seed of all that's within us, We take on lessons and we take on things from the moment we're born, right? But there's also parts of our DNA or parts of the way that our brain developed, or even the things that we watched on a consistent basis have a peculiar impact on what we do and do well, right? And I think when you know your knack, right, or your skill, when you know your knack, you know what you walk with much more purpose. You will live with much more confidence, right? And I know, especially for people, for those of us who are, between that like 18 and 30 range, you're kind of like, well, what do I want to do with my life? Like, what am I good at? What am I good at? Right? And unfortunately, the thing that you're truly skilled at might not be the thing you like the most, right? Me, for example, right? Even though I became well-versed and very well-skilled at dancing, right? The things I love the most is podcasting. Things I like to do and that I love are things like basketball, right? Even though I'm not highly skilled, it wasn't a God-given talent. Dance I don't believe was a God-given talent because I practiced so hard, and there's still so many people I know that are so much more skilled than I am, right? Dancing never came very naturally to me. There's people I know right now, off top, like, who are so skilled, who are still so skilled, and they haven't danced in years. But they just have, it's like when you look at somebody and you're just like, yo, they got that in them. They got that. Like, there's some kids I've watched and coached who they just had it. They just had that thing. And I never knew what that meant. They're like, oh, they just have that it factor. They just have that thing. And I never understood what that thing was. Ooh, these motorcycles are passing by. But what was that thing? And I think it's just these kids at an early age fell into their knack. And it may not have been exactly dancing. It may not have been exactly, it may have been in the performance aspect that they were just so good. Because sometimes dancers can perform so well, it makes you overlook their lack of technique, right? And I believe, like, even for myself, I think that was one thing for me, is I performed well. And so it made you overlook my lack of technique. And I think that still applies to me today, I know a lot of dancers that are much more technical than I am, but people would say that I seem more mature or whatever than them. So, but that's a different discussion. You got to know your knack, though. See, I know I'm good at dancing, but I don't believe it to be my knack. I don't believe that is my God-given talent, my purpose, right? I think dancing is my tool for my purpose. Y'all feel me? Like, my purpose, like I said, I feel is more like is talking and giving people a chance to speak and hearing different opinion and allowing myself to spread the word of what really wisdom and knowledge is all about. Yeah, giving people a voice who didn't have one. And I feel through dancing I'm able to spread that message, right? Just like, Freemasons and stonemasons, they embedded their lessons through all of their crafts. And same with me. My lessons and my messages are embedded in my craft. So you have to know your knack. You have to know what you're really good at. You have to understand and start separating these things, right? And it's okay. Like, I know that I will never be one of those dancers who are just world known. Like, I feel like I started way too late in my life, especially in crumping, which I've done well in. But to know your knack is to find peace. It's to find confidence and self-esteem. Know your knack. Yeah, understand it. Not just the things, that we love or like, but the things that we were meant to do here on earth. Yeah, trust me, it'll be game changing. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Yeah, So I don't know if you've all noticed, but we are a listener-supported podcast, So all of your guys' contributions help us keep the show rolling, I don't know if you noticed, but asking for money is hard for me as I kind of like stumble through this little pitch. But if you can't personally make a donation, that is fine. Or if you don't want to, that's cool too. Just do me a favor and share this. Share this with your friends. Share this with your mom and dad. Share this with your cousins. Like it, subscribe. Even if you subscribe and never listen to another episode, it would still mean the world to me. Listener supported, family owned and operated. We are here bringing it to you live and direct from the smoking section, I hope you guys have had an amazing day. Hope you have an amazing week, month, year, and life. Until next time, I'll see you on the flip side. Stay motivated out there. Bang.